In this episode of the Training, you will see vacuum cleaning, more vacuum cleaning, some boring cabling, some steering, and Sven Magnus got some new trains. So hello and welcome, and I want to mention here that next month on the 18th and 19th November 2023 we will have a Train Room Expo, our annual opening where you can come and see the layout and meet other people. If you are in the Oslo area on that weekend, just come by, we are not far from the train station in Heggedal. So let's dig straight into it and see what happened in July, August, September and a part of October. So one of the first tasks we did was to finally paint the tracks behind the cable car station and in front of the future waterfall, and it starts as usual with some vacuum cleaning, and then we used that painting kit we had found. You can see the video if you want to more details, but then we ran out of color for later painting, and I thought, oh, let's just buy the remaining color. So we went to one of the Red Model Railroad shop we usually go, and then it was out, and then I went later after Sven Magnus has been, and it was still out. So what we found out is that Armo and Mick Jimenez, they have moved and have temporarily stopped the production. So so we hope we soon can get more color, or we have to use something similar. So, and when the painting was done, we finally also painted the mast we had done there. Yeah, we will probably have to replace some mast because they warp after a time and bend, so it looks bad. Then I had this little side project which was converting this red arrow I bought at a Model Railroad fair, I think in March it was. And I wanted to have some more advanced lights than what was there from before, where it just was some light bulbs which worked. Unfortunately, the project is not finished yet. I had some short circuits and I went on vacation, and I haven't opened it up again. So I hope to finish it for the Model Railroad Fair, or how we call it now, Train Room Expo. So, and then Sven Magnus went shopping and he bought some new cars, and it was time to rearrange some trains.
Vi kan gå helt sist i toget eventuelt.
Ja, men jeg har koblinger for... er det nem eller ikke? Ja, det er nem.
Ja, det er nem.
So we have to measure all the cars and check the cobblers, because somewhere, as we just mentioned, somewhere it was a Fleischmann Profi cobbling which is not compatible to our freight cars. So we use either Märklin or Rocco Universal or Pro cobbler, and then I had to put all the lengths of the car in Rockwell so the trains would match and be correct. Yeah, this is our cobbler box when we have to do all this stuff. So, and then we had to drive some trains and make some more pictures, especially on our upper part, which looks really nice. And so, and then there was a second train we had rearranged by putting some more cars from the small tank train drawn by the EL13, and Sven Magnus complained that it's too fast. We need to adjust it.
Kjører alt for fort, altså.
Ja.
Må kjøre halvparten for fort, egentlig.
So, and then it was time to clean the tracks where we had painted, and this rubber works actually quite well. I think it's from Rocco, and again some vacuum cleaning, and then we used the cleaner train. So, and then it was time to finally green that area, which has laid barren like that since 2019. So it was time to make it nice. And again, the electrostatic razor, which helps a lot. And then again, some vacuum cleaning. And then it was time to put some bushes and some trees, and St. Margaret had a lot of choice to work with, and he had to make sure that he had everything, otherwise he had to limbo out again. So, and then he started to work on the lake by painting the undercoat from Woodland Scenic to make it sure that it's tight and no resin would ever leak out. And some more bushes. And next to the lake we are going to install the fisherman. So, and it can be triggered with a button, and it is from Wisman. And it didn't work very well. I don't know what we did, and suddenly it started to behave correctly. So and then we drilled the hole and put it there. I think I forgot to film it. And then we put some grass on the undercoat to be sure that it holds. And not grass, it's sand obviously. The grass comes later. And then I had to fix some switches in the saddle stations which stopped working. Caused some accident which were not nice, and then I had to reinstall it. That's good, it's that we have C-tracks there which is not screwed, but rewiring afterwards is a pain. Luckily I need to train more, I think, to do some contortionists to get in there. So, and then the next project is porcelain factory from Faller. So we grounded it, and then it was time to also paint it, and then Sven Magnus did some airbrushing. Button to trigger the fisherman. It's the same as the other we have, and I also need to make the label afterwards so people know what they can press on. And here Sven Magnus is painting the next version of the station, and here's some more wiring. Yeah, as usual, it's not that very exciting. So, and then we had to weather the factory after we had painted it, and I realized that we weathered every part which were there available, but it was not required, so it was more work. Maybe one day we can use them on some scratch building. Then it was time to mount it, so I streamed everything so you could have followed live how I did it. It's a well-made kit. It would everything nicely. It's a modern kit, so it should be correct and no bad surprise. So, and while that is going, we started the next project, which is puring the lake with Woodland Scenic deep poor water.
Skal vi ta halvparten bare? Var det det vi
Ja, vi gjør halvparten først. Preparation. The water cavity, da vi har gjort det med... Yes, Sven Magnus did it wrong. He put the water in the bag and not the... Yeah. 54, perfect.
What måtte du?
Pour the water, no, that's etterpå, in the mixing cup and a predetermined amount close the container. Pour the correct amount of ratio of activator in the mixing cup.
Man nesten weiter da.
1 drop added to 30 ml water for deep poured half a millimeter deep for half an inch. Opacity we achieved at 4 drops per 30 millimeter.
Yeah. This is,
Do not exceed 8 drops per 30 millimeter.
This is
Here we are testing the opacity of the color in water,
5, 6,
which is also
7.
recommended to do.
That's, I can barely see my finger
Okay, yeah.
through this.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
The safety inspector will not approve that we handle with chemicals which will react in an exotherm reaction.
Okay,
Okay,
so
Quickly.
you said 70 of this?
140. It's 1 to 2.
Yeah,
Two
so
part of that, 1 part of activator.
yeah, 140 of this.
Yeah. We should have had a scale.
Yeah, but I think this is
Okay, it's Americans. They always work with volumes, even in cooking,
yeah.
which is absolutely stupid.
I know.
Okay,
Yes.
and now comes 70 milliliter of this thingy, the
It is
activator.
up to 10.
Yeah, that should be easy because there is a mark there. And now we see it starts already a chemical reaction.
2 to 10,
Yeah.
which is
So that's for this time. We hope you liked our layout update. Please check our Facebook page for some additional bonus content. And we hope to see you soon again in the train room.